The hard part with the front is to try to keep this hair out of the way, because you don't want to chop any of that off when you're doing the bottom of the foot. See, they don't mess with any of that, because there's no judge that's going to be checking the bottom of their feet. They might look at it to see they have nice thick pads, but they're not going to pull hair out of there. The judges in grooming comp and certification will do that to you in a heartbeat. And these guys have plenty of hair, so you're not really going to lose any shape of the foot by taking that out. She was so funny. The first time I took the clippers to the bottom of her feet, she was like, it was almost like I gave her the heebie-jeebies. She did this with her foot, and I was like, where are you going? She's like, that was weird. See what we did just by doing the bottom of the foot. We've already started it. See the other foot? Just doing the bottom of the foot is where your shape starts. And then we're going to do the same thing in front. Stay, babe. This is my usual trick. You always pick up the other foot so they stay standing on this one. And go as flat as you possibly can all the way around the outside. And what I'm doing with this is the blade that doesn't move, because I've got them upside down. I'm basically just setting that right next to her foot, because you're not going to cut her that way. Your scissors are this way. You're only cutting hair that's going to hang past that. Does that make sense? So you just go straight flat all the way around. Let's go this way. How about that? Do your foot. Thank you. Is that better? He says no. I don't get it. You'll be all right. You'll get used to me. And take some more off the bottom. And again, I'll start doing her back and trimming her feet probably every week, till she gets used to how I do things. And now you're just lifting up again, more of an angle all the way around. I'm doing it kind of awkward because I want you guys to see. Does that make sense? So you don't want them to be standing on a peg, but you want it shorter around the bottom of the foot to make that bevel shape. And I'm not getting picky back here yet, because we have to connect this underline. We want to trim here into the back of that foot. And if you chop it all off, then you've now left yourself, okay, you've got to blend that no matter how high up to go. So if you chop off the back of that foot, you're going to lose your underline. Always come back and tweak it a little bit more later if you want to. So we're coming up from the front of this foot, from the rear, around the knee, up into this tuck up, last rib. She's nice and square. That's the highest point. If you have really long hair, you can go right in, you can find it, and you can make a little cut right there. Now all you gotta do is connect that, and connect that. And then now that you've found it, just lean down. Not perfect, but you get the idea of what I'm doing. And hold this out of the way. Can you see? there, down to there. And now that you got it set, your job is then to start combing and fix it. Now I'm trimming all that hair on the back of her foot. So lift her up some more. Up to that underline, that tuck up, and back down around the knee. Oops, sorry babe.
She was like, I was almost asleep.
She was And the one thing you have to watch on these black and tans is she's got a lot of marking in the back here, on the back of her front foot. And if you trim that too short, see how it can change the illusion of what it looks like underneath. Same thing with phantom poodles that butterfly across their chest. You can make it look huge if you don't trim it short enough, because it just kind of draws your eye and it makes them look like, you know, like they got D cups, like that. That's one of the things I ran into, you know, when I first started grooming my phantoms for competition, is I couldn't figure out how to make that go away, and then I finally figured out that I had to make it shorter because it just draws your eye. Those don't want to work backwards. So what I'm doing now is I'm tidying the front right here, just like I did back here, because you don't want this laying on the ground. You want it to connect to the foot, but you don't want it laying on the table like